Stephen Crew is at his favorite place with the name of his favorite friend above him. But Patrick Davis is here in name only.
Hey guys, Batman QC here, trying to overcome those medical battles that I've been dealing with for the last month. But if you all know me, you know I'm a fighter.
You see, this is a story about friendship, human connection on a whole new level. With support from his friends, Patrick has become a force in the retro video game online community.
Hey guys, my name is Chase Brogan, retro gaming guy on YouTube. I have a gaming tech YouTube channel, over 100,000 subscribers there. And then I also produce the Marcus Buff Bagwell YouTube channel. Marcus is a former WCW and WWE pro wrestler. So I became aware of Patman QC several years ago. He's also a big part of the gaming community on YouTube. We talked back and forth for several years through comments, through live chats and stuff like that online. And always followed his content very closely. Love what he does on there. He's a huge member of the retro gaming community. Everybody who's anybody knows who he is.
My name is Rob Coviello, and I got to know Pat Davis, otherwise known as Patman QC, through his channel on YouTube. Huge fan ever since. I love his long-form documentaries on arcade games. Very knowledgeable, insightful. He's got a great sense of humor, and it's just, that's the whole reason why the community loves his channel and loves Pat for who Pat is.
Words of praise far and wide for a man who many knew as a familiar face and voice online. But of course, there was so much more to the story. It is here where the avid bowler, just about at a level to consider going pro, life knocked him down. An infection left little choice. His arms and legs would have to go to save his life. But like the pins at the alley that had to be reset, he too would get back up with the help of people around him, like his closest friend, Stephen Crew. How long have you known him?
I've known Patrick for 20 plus years, and I would say over the last 10 years, we've actually become closer.
And when he got sick, you came up with a solution, and bowling was part of that too.
Yes, it was.
Tell me about that.
Bowling was our thing, even when, on a regular basis. We always went bowling on Wednesday night, and then he got sick, and everything kind of spiraled downhill for him, but he didn't give up. He still wanted to bowl. He still wanted to give it a shot. And, being a quad amputee, it's not easy. So I told him, we'll be there for you, and we'll make it happen.
Why did you think it was so important, and did you think it was actually possible? He was such a good bowler, and now his arms and legs are completely different. What made you think he could still do it?
Hope. The fact that he wasn't giving up, so how could I give up on somebody who shows that much drive and that force just to keep going?
And with all the things he lost back then, he was about to discover many new talents that he had that who knew he had, right?
Exactly. I mean, Patrick never realized he was as good as he is at doing YouTube videos, retro video game documentaries. He became very good at it.
Like most YouTubers, me included, he started small. He worked hard, committed to letting his talents do the talking about the games he focused on, keeping his personal everyday life challenges out of it.
He started his channel, and slowly grew, got bigger and bigger. He's right around almost 90,000 subscribers right now, but in the time, he never wanted it to be known that he was disabled or was different. So a few years ago, he finally released his story. He didn't want to pad, a pity story that he was looking for subscribers that way. He actually put out a really good product, and people liked that.
He put out new YouTube videos every 7 to 10 days, and soon together, these friends hit the road to meet the people behind the numbers of subscribers, the likes and the comments.
In the last couple of years, we started going to different arcades, conventions, and stuff like that, getting him out, and he realized that he actually had a pretty big fan base. People in general really wanted to meet him, hang out, talk, wanted to know his story, They really respected that, what he had was something special.
His soothing style, comfortable conversations, Bob Ross style, if you know that reference. Next thing you know, He was one of the big names on discussion panels at lots of events. He was a rising star. But Patrick was about to suffer another major medical setback.
Me and Patrick start summertime bowling. We get into league, and after about 6 weeks, Patrick becomes ill. He started having some medical issues, goes to the local hospital, finds out what was going on. It was a little bit more serious, so he had to take the route and go to Peoria, which is still, after a month and a half, he's still in Peoria, fighting a pretty serious battle for his life.
That's when friends like Retro Rob noticed Patman's screen was silent.
I noticed things were off. It had been a while since Pat had posted anything.
Rob reaches out to me and goes, "Hey, is everything okay?" And I had to be honest with him that no, everything is not okay. Patrick's fighting for his life, actually, right now.
His online community were missing the connection. Stephen convinced his friend to let him share the message. Soon, Stephen and Rob came up with a plan, started a GoFundMe, and started spreading the word throughout the online community to support their friend.
So I thought, maybe we could do something more. Maybe we could do something bigger for Pat, raise some money. But on my end, I'm not as big a channel on YouTube or as big as other channels in the gaming community. But I had a friend, Chase Brogan, and his buddy Joe. They had Chase has got a huge channel. Retro Gaming Guy's massive. And he just helped a gamer not too long ago. I thought, if anyone could help in the community, it was Chase. And so I turned to Chase. We did kind of a telethon, if you will. I know nobody does those these days, I don't think. And we were able to raise about $3,000 in 2 hours.
Everybody that supports Pat and watches his videos became aware of his situation. And I just checked this morning the GoFundMe, and we were able to collectively as a community raise over $13,000 for him. So I'm blown away by the support. I'm not entirely surprised, to be perfectly honest, because the retro gaming community is such an amazing community. So many kind-hearted, generous people out there willing to help anybody in need. And just to see this, though, really restores your faith in humanity. It really just goes a long way because, it's people that don't personally know Pat, but love him through his work, love him through his passion, and are inspired by him through his many stories of adversity and overcoming all obstacles to, do what he does on a daily basis.
But maybe just as important, if not more than the dollars raised, the words of support that came pouring in, the power of comments like this.
Patman QC, you're not out of quarters yet. The arcade's waiting for you.
And they're giving a few extra quarters along the way, too.
Exactly.
What's it mean for you and your friendship to be able to be there again for him? I know it's important to him. It's everything to him. What's it mean to you?
It means everything to me. Like I said, I would do anything. I would raise $1 million for the guy if I could. I mean, the money's not for me, it's all for him. I know he's in a pretty big struggle right now. I mean, he's fighting. Just to see somebody who's fighting like that makes me want to fight even harder for him. I mean, I will do whatever it takes to get this guy back out here at the bowling alley, back on his YouTube channel. I mean, people miss him. I mean, you just truly feel, I get teary-eyed reading some of the comments, just how much people care about the guy. I mean, anytime we're out and about, they always ask Patrick, well, what's your story? I mean, just looking at the guy, he's a total inspiration.
As are you, because although this is his story, it is your friendship that is remarkable. You've been such a driving force in his life and continue to be. So that's an inspiration to many people too, to know someone's got their back. A childhood friend that no matter what happens is there for him. That's pretty cool. That must make you feel good.
It makes me feel really good. Like I said, I will do anything for him. I just want to get him back to the old Patrick.
And get him back sharing his unique talents for all the world to see and hear.
Just it was a moving experience to be a part of, and I'm glad to see that so much money was raised to help out somebody as amazing as Pat. So we're all wishing him the best. I know he's still in the hospital, still getting through all this stuff, but he's in good spirits and he is doing well. So we are grateful to see that. And you know, I just actually did a video message for Steve to share with him when he goes to visit him later today in the hospital. So just an amazing experience here for an amazing person. Wish him the best, wish everyone the best in the community too. And I just don't have enough kind words to share about all the wonderful people that you know, came together to raise awareness and to support somebody as amazing as Pat.
The sky's the limit for Pat. He's an excellent individual, just a good human being, and I appreciate the support from the gaming community, and to have this opportunity just for a few minutes to talk about Pat and what everyone's doing for him. So thank you very much.
You got the whole community behind you, and you're still fighting. That's all that matters, right?
That's right.
Pat Man strong. Let's go.